How you doing? I'm Jason Martin. I want you to check me out on Bootleg Kev's podcast.
Yo, Bootleg Kev podcast. We got a special guest here. Jason Martin, officially on all Spotify platformage now. Like what is by Jason Martin,
Yes.
no longer by Problem.
Yes.
The artist formerly known as Problem, but he's been Jason Martin for his entire life. He's here.
Yes. What's going on, dog?
What's up, man?
Good, man. Real good.
I see you always got these gloves on.
Yeah.
When did you start with the gloves?
Well, the gloves were introduced probably a couple of years ago. Homage to Eazy-E.
Ah, yes. Very,
Right.
very easy. Yeah,
Easy-E.
Easy used to have the gloves.
Yeah, very that with that. And then my stepfather, he used to wear these every time he got in his Porsche.
Oh, shit.
So he would
Those
like,
do look like some race dry. Like when you're
he
getting
like, he hop in the motherfucker and do his shit. You know,
like
and
baby
whenever-
driver.
Yeah, whenever I did anything cool, he'd be like, take it off, he'll hand it to me. Like, all right, you fucking with it. So it's
That's
like a
dope.
double meaning.
Well, look, you obviously we were talking. You have a well. First of all, you were in Snoop Dogg's wife and him just opened a strip club last night.
Yes.
I had no idea he took the old Deja Vu and turned it into the Players Club.
Yeah.
And you went.
I had to go. Yes.
What was Snoop's strip club like?
I will say, man, that is by far the best strip club I've ever been to in Los Angeles.
Yeah, because for people who don't know,
It sucks.
strip clubs in LA
They're
suck.
hard.
They're terrible. I mean that with all due respect.
No, they're not. They're not good. It's like it just feels dangerous. I feel like I'm gonna get shot, or it's
It
just
does
not
feel.
enough.
It feels shaky.
It feels very shaky,
Yeah.
or it feels like the ladies here are gonna rob me too. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Last night felt like I was in Magic City.
Nice.
I felt like I
Did you
was-
eat any food?
Of course. You got the wings. They were busting.
So the wings were good because that's the one thing about Magic City. The wings are world renowned.
I'm
So
gonna show you this too. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I know we shooting, but that way you can kind of get a vibe of what it looked like. Man, it was crazy.
yeah, it's
It's
drama,
gonna turn.
quick
It's gonna turn.
whiz. Yeah, that's quite the table to be at.
Yeah, man, that's probably why you don't see Quik sitting next to me because he was in there last night. And now,
Oh shit.
oh, it went up.
Yo, going to the strip club with DJ Quik would be so fire. The only thing missing would be like sugar free. Yeah, yo.
Oh yeah. Last night was a vibe. Last night was a real vibe, man. Boss lady, shout out to her. It was so dope to just watch Snoop's dynamic. I told him like, bro, you the only nigga that can do a Disney movie today, then open a strip club with your wife, with your son sitting
and
right
then
here.
go sell some products with Martha Stewart.
With Martha Stewart, then go smoke weed in the White House. Like, bro, you are the most audacious artist we've ever seen. I love
He
it.
is the most famous rapper ever.
Ever, by far.
By far, it's
And-
not close.
And he might be top 5 most popular faces
In the world.
In the world.
He's definitely top 10 most famous person on the planet.
I want to say top 5.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because some of them soccer players that I really ain't into, I guess everywhere else are lit.
But most recognizable.
No,
I don't
everybody
know.
knows Snoop.
Yeah, there's not anybody that
Grandmas
don't
know Snoop.
No, there's nobody that doesn't know what Snoop is.
Parents know Snoop. Yeah.
And different versions of Snoop too.
different versions of Snoop. The Snoop Doggy Dogs.
We met the doggy style Snoop.
Right.
Now they have Martha Stewart Snoop.
They know Snoop from NBC, where he's doing Olympics commentating with Kevin Hart. It's crazy.
I fucks with it. It was amazing, bro.
A one of one.
Yeah.
That's my one bucket list interview in my life. Is a one-on-one with Snoop.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened.
I've been trying for 5 years. Every time he has something come out, I hit Kevin Barkley like, "Hey, bro, please, I'll come to the fucking compound." He's like, "Yeah, I got you."
Yeah, you can't do it.
But I need the one-on-one though.
Yeah,
Like,
you-
I don't
you
want to be
can't-
like Rush. Like, I want to be like, bro. Like, Doggy Style was the one album that changed my life.
Yeah.
I got it by accident when I was 5.
Yeah.
And it was up from there.
Ain't no fun at 5. It's kind of crazy.
No, like fucking Snoop.
Yeah.
Doggy Style was the single
fucking great.
most important album in my life. My
Nah.
grandma got it in. You remember the Columbia House where you'd get like,
For the 2 pennies.
yes. So she
Fucking up
got
people's credit.
She got yes. She got Doggy Style on tape on accident, and my grandma was like old as fuck, and she didn't know that it was. She just saw a cartoon.
Right.
She gave it to me, and I was like, At the time, I was listening to like Boys the Men 2 on fucking tape and shit.
Wait,
and I
5 years old, you're listening to Boys to Men?
Yeah,
So you was meant to be a DJ.
some MC Hammer.
That's fire.
Yeah, my mom was into MC Hammer and shit.
Dog, I think you're going about it wrong with Snoop. With dog, you got to catch him when ain't nothing going on, which is very rare.
Because he got so much going
It's
on.
always something going on, but don't wait till the release parts because then
Because he's
you got to
getting pulled in 10 different ways. Yeah.
What? Like right now would probably be the perfect time They rolling out the I think got the football game coming, the Arizona Bowl, or they just announced something.
I saw that. Yeah,
a lot of dope stuff, man. Shout out to the dog.
It's been a great year for Compton.
Yes.
Shout out to Compton.
Shout out to Compton. Yes, Compton does it again.
Yeah,
does it again.
Before we get into Chupacabra,
come on,
talk to me about what it was like just watching Kendrick Lamar deep fry. Fry him up and give him. I've never. It was like King Ryan. When he fucked up. What's the dude's name he just boxed? Haney. It was bad.
Before I start, because my words get taken really sensitively around this subject.
I've been seeing you. I saw you going in on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I'm going in because I'm like,
I didn't know Drake had a beehive.
Me neither.
Oh my God.
Bro, I got bots in my shit. I can't say anything. Bro. Motherfuckers think I'm talking about Drake or talking about somebody else.
Because I was riding so hard for Kendrick the whole time before he even replied to fucking push-ups, all that shit. I was like, man, hey, bro, them fucking Drake beehive, it's real.
It's real. He got like some real haters. Like they pulling up shit. They pulling up my numbers. I'm like, bro, this is wild. Like I'm not.
They pulled up like an old tweet of me saying like Drake was dope, and I'm like, yeah, Drake is dope, but he's still gonna get fucking obliterated. What are we talking about here? Like, there's levels.
Listen, to this, I look at this as a very competitive Super Bowl as opposed to two guys going at it. It was like, this is the team I'm rooting for, and that's the team they rooting for. Yeah. So I knew how this was gonna end,
right?
Because I knew the guy that you were going against, Drake. Right. I know him. All of us know him. Mm-hmm. Some people you just gotta leave the fuck alone.
He's the one guy, actually.
I'll look at him. I hold him to like, you have LeBron James, which is Drake.
Yeah.
And you have Kobe Bryant. You got somebody that only cares about basketball.
Listen. Let's not do that.
I'm just telling you.
I know.
He only cares about hip hop. He don't give a fuck about none of the other shit. It's win or win. It ain't nothing else.
I'm a big LeBron guy, so I don't want to.
I'm just telling you what it is.
I would say Steph Curry is Drake.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying LeBron is Drake. LeBron changed basketball. He changed the way we all viewed competition. We made it where you can play anywhere and everybody's friends, and it worked out where everybody's making so much money.
And Kobe's like, fuck you. I'm going to take your head off.
Fuck you, and all that. It's up. Let's go play.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if you want to calm it down, we'll say Kyrie then, if you want to do that.
That's fair.
We know he's one of the most skillful artists to ever live, Kendrick, right?
I think I've been saying this for about 4 or 5 years. I've had him 4 or 5 all time, and people will be like, you're fucking crazy. And I'm like, well, if all these other motherfuckers will put Biggie in their top 2 or 3 and he only put 2 albums out, you got to put Kendrick in the top 5 off of his discography alone.
I'll say this.
But skill level, he might be. I don't know. It's like Kendrick and Eminem.
I don't know when this is going to air, but I'll say this. Y'all tell me a time on a Friday when a J. Cole verse and a Drake verse dropped and nobody gave a shit. Because that just happened this Friday.
I was going to say a lot of times.
This Friday that just passed.
Well, yeah. When the Sexy Red and the new Cole verse.
We've never seen that, and we ain't seen that in 10 years.
Oh, for sure. And I'd also like to point out, for the first time ever, I actually think Drake being on that song hurt the song. I think people are so off of Drake right now. The Sexy Red song that dropped has more dislikes than likes on YouTube. And it's like, yo, like Sexy Red, you probably could have put like, I don't know, fucking anybody on this.
We'll just say this. I called it. I knew it was gonna happen.
Oh, I knew it was gonna happen too.
I knew it was gonna happen, but I was privy to being.
You had some inside info, I'm sure.
I was able to have different conversations with the internal Compton unity community, and we were all just knowing how this was gonna end. We were like, every move, it was like a chess game. We were just watching it. It was dope. It was dope to see. It was dope to actually get some insight from the man himself. Knowing like, oh yeah, let's rock, let's do it. But it never got to the point where it was like, we're gonna fucking fight or shoot. So I was able to enjoy it.
You know what's crazy to me was like my favorite song of the battle is Euphoria, because it's the most like, it was literally a warning shot.
Right.
But it was like a kill shot. But if you go back and listen, like,
it sounds better now.
He predicted.
He said everything.
All of this.
He said
and
everything.
He was like, hey, don't tell no lies about me, and I won't tell the truth about you. I already can predict your angle. You know what I'm saying?
If you take it there, I'll take it further. This is something you don't want to do.
And then he goes, ooh, at the end. I was like, oh, dog. Anyway, shout out to Kendrick. I think, I mean, I feel like generic hip hop fans who are just like, real passive like heads who like aren't like really, they listen to Drake and, whatever's hot at the time. Like they were very, it was frustrating to deal with people for about 3 weeks.
I listen to Drake.
Because people are fucking absolutely ignorant to like the skill level of like Kendrick.
I listen to Drake.
Everybody listens to Drake. It's impossible not to listen to Drake.
He's just not better than Kendrick. Like it's not really even that deep.
They're not even in the same.
Right.
No, they're not even in the same arena.
Exactly.
It's like Kendrick is literally in an arena, quite possibly by himself. Like it might be him. Like if we're talking about wordplay, there's like guys like guys, but it's really Kendrick over here. And then Drake's like in an arena with like J. Cole and like...
I'll say this. We'll leave it here. And I don't know this for a fact. This is my opinion. I do not know. Let one of them niggas do a sneak diss or something. He may lay one on a nigga head 30 minutes later again. Just know that. And that's what I'm watching. I'm watching Drake and J. Cole kind of like, they feel like they walking through landmine now. Like, don't say nothing remotely close to accidentally making us think you about to say something.
I'm just glad
you might get cracked again.
I'm glad Cole pulled out.
Smart man.
Well, also because he's like a good guy.
Nah, it ain't even that he a good man. He's smart.
He's smart, yeah.
He's a genius. He knows what that thing is sitting over there. I call him Petty Pendergrass.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's having a ball.
Yeah.
It's just funny to him. I think maybe in a few years, he'll probably be like, knowing the guy, he'll be like, damn, man, I wish I wouldn't have did that. I probably hurt his career. Because he's still a caring man.
Nah.
But once you cross the lines with talking about kids and...
Oh, yeah.
It's off with his head.
I remember when Family Matters came out, I was driving to Phoenix. It was Friday night. So, like, he'd already put out the Compton freestyle in the morning with the glove.
Yeah.
And I remember as soon as that shit dropped, I called Head and I was like, oh, he don't got nothing. He's just making shit up now. Like, imagine like the Dave Free thing being like a thing. Like, oh, you really don't got shit. You're desperate. Like
nothing.
The motherfuckers who got the worst bars were the most memorable line from Drake the whole battle was shut the fuck up and make some drums. And then the shit he said about The Weeknd and A$AP Rocky. Right. He had nothing he could say about Kendrick other than he's a short guy who wears shoes a certain size.
Listen, man.
That's all he had.
Dot works out and raps.
It's crazy. Yeah.
That's it. So you were in an actual skill battle. This wasn't like a mud throwing thing.
It's the most excited, it was the most exciting night of hip hop in my lifetime. Because I'm in the car and I'm listening to Family Matters like over and over, and I was like, all right, and then I'm like, open Twitter, and someone's like, damn, Kendrick didn't even let him breathe. And I'm like, wait, what? It's been like 30. Oh, shit.
Listen.
He dropped? Listen. And then when I'm listening to fucking Meet the Grams, and I'm just like.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna give you some real insight. As you hearing this first. They dropped Family Matters, and I text him, I'm like, this ain't it. He's
at all.
I'm like, this ain't gonna get it. I was like, man, it's time to step on his head. He was like, say less. I'm thinking we just text. It ain't nothing deep like that. Right. I go to the bathroom. I come back. The motherfucking song is uploaded. I said, wait. I text him like, nigga, you already. He's like, man, I've been waiting for this nigga to drop something. So he didn't even know what he was going against. Man, Drake shot a video and all this shit, man.
That boy was sitting at the Dodge crib. Caravan.
Boom. You listen.
Suck the life out of the whole moment for Drake.
Sometimes you just gotta know what to do and what not to do. Some people, we all know over here, I'll say this. I've been in the studio with them all. Like with all of the greatest people that everybody thinks is the most talented, right? I've never seen nothing like that ever. The boy will go over there, turn on a beat, and be 20 minutes later, you think he's gonna lay 8 bars. He lays the whole song with the stacks, with all of them voices like, wait, whoa. Okay, and this is 2010.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Different. Motherfuckers is different, man.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT as far as right now, this generation, man. They talked about Big Three now. It's just...
I mean, listen, my GOAT list at this point is really, it's either Jay or Kendrick. That's just personally for me. I mean, Nas is up there too for me personally, but just like, it's just to me, like...
I had to restructure my list after this.
Yeah, my top 10 offends a lot of people because I got Pac like towards the bottom of it, and Lil Wayne's not in my top 10. But Drake and
Because I know
Drake ain't sniffing my top 10.
Because I know the type of hip hop you listen to, I understand your list.
No, I love Pac.
No, I'm just saying, but I know the type of hip hop you love.
I think I got Pac at like 8, you know. But
I mean, if you want to go,
Lil Wayne,
if you want to put him on 8, knowing he only had a 7-year career.
No, and influence,
you can't do that.
No, but influence wise, he's probably 1 or 2.
At 22 years old, he dropped Dear Mama. We gotta chill. Listen, we gotta chill with some of these conversations though. At 20, we got niggas that's talking about heels.
Okay, is it safe to say Tupac is the most influential rapper ever? Because if he's not 1, he's 2.
Most influential.
I think it's Rakim or Tupac.
Influential is tough.
Because I just feel like
because they didn't have.
And Lil Wayne's up there too, for the record.
Lil Wayne has to be in that conversation.
He's in the top 3.
Pac's in that conversation.
Future.
Snoop has to be in that conversation.
Future's in that combo. Future has influenced so much of and Kanye.
I gotta say Ye. I'll take Ye.
Ye.
I gotta put Ye. I think I'm gonna put Ye as.
Well, Ye's influenced the world on a level.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm looking like that, so it gotta be like Ye, Pac. Then
Wayne.
I don't know because I'm from here.
Yeah.
It definitely was something we listened to, but I didn't want to like look like that.
I don't think
like these two people I'm talking about. Like I don't
think Jay-Z. I don't think Jay-Z influenced many people sonically. I'm thinking like the sonics of hip hop. Like I'm like, damn, I can think.
We're only talking music.
No, I'm thinking about influence. The influence on music. Like
I'm talking about overall.
I'm thinking like, no, overall, it's Kanye.
You got Tupac who wasn't even going bald, wearing a bald head. It's like it was a lot of other shit happening.
If we're talking about overall, it's Ye. Like overall, Kanye's
Pac, Ye. Well,
because Kanye's like changed fashion.
Because I think seeing a 35-year-old Pac would have been an incredible thing to watch.
For sure.
We don't have that. And in that 7-year span from 18 to 25, bruh, he's still one of the highest streaming artists. He still has people that'll just cry over his songs. It's still people trying to emulate that thing.
What is your favorite Tupac album?
It's either Machiavelli.
Which is crazy that that's not on the Tupac profile on Spotify.
It's crazy because Blasphemy is probably my favorite Tupac rap song. Like the raps.
Yo, Machiavelli is so fire.
Machiavelli or the joint before
Me Against the World?
Me Against the World. It's got to be one.
Mine's Me Against the World, but
it's one of those two.
It changes.
But Machiavelli is probably
I listen to Tupac a ton. And I go back and I'm like, man, Machiavelli somehow like, obviously because of like the circumstances of it being released, but it somehow flies under the radar against Me Against the World and All Eyes on Me.
You know why? It didn't have like the major features.
It's got fucking Toss It Up on
right. It didn't have, it was songs that was unmixed.
Oh yeah.
Like Blasphemy might be the worst mixed major release. If you go listen to like the sonics of it, it's very compressed vocals. The bass is hitting like crazy, but he's just talking so crazy on that record. Blasphemy. If y'all go do your homework on that record.
Shout out to I think my favorite Tupac song ever might be Can't See Me. I don't know. That shit's hard as fuck. Did Daz do that beat? I think Daz did that
Dre.
beat. No. We
should have never got these bars from Dre. It's niggas and we bang them.
I don't think did Dre do Can't See Me?
I mean, let's look it up. We have computers in here. We can get to it.
Yeah, look it up there, fucking Cyrus. Make yourself useful. Pick up your fucking iPhone. It's your vegetarian ass. Anyway.
I heard about smoking perks today from that young man. I've never heard that in my fucking life.
Well, the young kids are doing it.
These fucking young fucks.
You were a part of the Molly era.
Yeah, but I wasn't smoking Molly. That's crazy.
People have, I'm sure.
They probably died. You're not supposed to do that.
Oh. Do you ever miss your Molly days?
No.
Never.
Why? Because I think because I took so much advantage of it, I don't need to miss it. I went to the limit, man.
You were saying that you wouldn't do pills, you would do like a...
Yeah, we had the actual like dust pack.
So you would mix it in drinks and stuff?
Our drinks. I've got to be very careful when we speak.
No, your drinks that you would consume. It's not like you were Rick Ross in the drinks.
Let's always be clear in this new day and age. No, I would put it in my drink. Yes.
Who produced it? Oh, Dre did. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to fucking Dre.
Come on, man.
So, yeah, because it's interesting because like you probably would not have been doing the drugs you were doing if you were popping right now because you might fucking accidentally take fentanyl, huh?
I would. Yeah, I couldn't.
Because back then you didn't have to worry about.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't do it now, because I had the luxury of not having to be on camera when I was high. Like, if I saw what I looked like, I wouldn't do it.
Back then it wasn't as.
Nah, it wasn't like.
There was no fucking Snapchat, Instagram stories.
It was just stills. Instagram, right?
There was no stories or videos. Yeah.
The minute I would see me looking crazy, I would stop. So I didn't get that. I was partying, and I had a great team around me to make sure that nothing ever got out. Like, if I ever was like a little too loose, or I was just looking like not of the level. So nah, I wouldn't. It's so scary right now, bro. There's too many cameras. There's too many motherfuckers recording. There's too many motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, you can't do shit these days, bro.
It's not the vibe. Like, it's honestly, bro, it's not even really smart. It looks crazy, man. A lot of these people gonna look back one day and they're gonna look at themselves pouring drugs and they're like, talking about, yeah, I got my walk here. Ooh, it's gonna look crazy to you.
Yeah, no, the cough syrup shit is so crazy.
Yeah, there's no visuals of me just sitting there just like.
Bro, like if I was drinking lean,
mommy.
if I was like a lean guy, I would not be walking around with a double cup looking like a dope fiend everywhere I go. Like, we have guys come in here and they're just like, I'm just like
nah, man.
Like, you're just advertising that you're just drinking promethazine. Like,
I will say this.
Put that shit in. Put it in a fucking tumbler. Like, you know, what are those tumblers called? Put it in a Stanley.
I'll say this. If I didn't have children, I would be up. For sure.
Right now.
Right now, I'll be going crazy. I'm doing every fucking drug I want because I'm living for me at this point.
No, but right now you got to live for your family, your children.
No, back then I still had to live for my family. But now that I'm sane, it's like,
no,
okay,
now you kind of.
I understand.
And you lived it. You got through it.
Oh, boy, did I.
That's the one thing is
man.
like.
Oh, did I.
I think that's why it's important for young people to not like settle down too soon.
Right.
Because you're always going to have the itch that you never knew you needed to scratch.
Yeah.
Get that shit out of you. You got to get it out of your system, man.
I was scratching. It was okay. Oh, fucking K. All right. Yeah, man. I literally sometimes would like turn on a song from like 2013 and remember that day. What was going on? And be like, yeah, it was cracking.
Because, well, you know, now they do like MDMA therapy for like PTSD. Did you know that?
I heard that.
But if you do Molly, like, it keeps you up, right? Or is it hard to fall?
It kept me up. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't done it in so long. I know I would be up, but I wouldn't be up like a fiend.
No, but you would just, you know, prefer like a night maybe. You wouldn't be like fucking. Motherfuckers would be on Adderall fucking zooted.
I mean, it was times where it was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would have my shades on, and again, if my people saw that I was too high, they would like stand in front of me, like, give me some water, some milk, give me the gas.
What's it feel like now to be like, you've had so many eras of your career. I was telling you, like, the first time I ever met you, I was like an intern at the radio station. Well, it was 2009, so I was probably doing weekends. Mm-hmm. But you came in for a mixer meeting when I'm Toe Up dropped, which was on what label?
Universal Republic.
Who was on the remix of that song?
Snoop, Quik, Corrupt, Terrace. Yeah.
But that was like, damn, that was so long ago. Fuck, that was 15 years ago?
Yeah.
And you were like a new artist then.
Yes.
And then you ended up going through being independent.
Yeah.
Dropping like what?
Yeah.
Turning down every major label in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Going on a crazy run. Like, I mean, like, do you ever reflect that like you're like a triple OG low key now?
I have to. I've been getting reminded lately of what I've done and who I am. I'm so looking to what's next that I don't actually get around and sit and just get to smell the roses. I've been doing a lot more sniffing these days. I realize my place in this thing.
Sniffing of the roses.
Yes, I've definitely been understanding my place, what I am. And I'm gonna stand in it a lot more.
You should, man.
I've had a legendary career. A lot of people would kill for a lot of opportunities I've been a part of, and I love it. I love sitting in this space. It's a confidence that I walk around with, and I didn't know it was because of that. I was able to accomplish a lot, bro, and I'm super proud of everybody that's been around to assist in that and helping that. But for fuck show, yeah, man, I'm one of them ones.
You're definitely one of those ones, and you've always done such a great job of like pulling up everybody else too.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, like you just said, like my remix featured all the G's.
Right.
They pulled me up. Mm-hmm. I would never put out I'm fucked up and Snoop didn't tell me to. Right. I was over there working on Ego Tripping. We had some downtime. He was like, do you work on shit for yourself? I'm like, yeah, I actually got this record. He's like, when you get back, put this out. He's like, when you get back, we get to LA, drop this, cuz.
That's crazy.
I dropped it, and the rest is history.
Shout out to Ego Trip, an underrated Snoop album, by the way.
Very underrated. Very underrated. I learned the industry on that album. Everybody that I met during that process, that's who I'm friends with today.
That's so fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because, like, I think of, like, what West Coast hip-hop was like in 09. Because in 09, you're thinking, 08, 09, it was like...
all gangbang shit.
Yeah, but it was almost like that weird era where a lot of the young dudes on the come up had a chip on their shoulder because a lot of the OGs weren't co-signing what was going on in LA.
That's another thing. Like, I didn't have that story.
But you didn't have that problem because,
I didn't have that story.
But you remember that era where, like, guys like Nipsey.
West.
I mean, shit, I remember I interviewed Nipsey and he called out fucking everybody.
Yeah.
He called out Dre, called out everybody in our interview.
Yeah, the New West. I mean, I was in that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Glasses, Bishop, Maestro.
Yep, all those guys.
You know what I'm saying? J-Rock. We was all out there thugging it and trying it. But I saw a window. Mm-hmm. And once I saw the window, I'm like, yo, it ain't what y'all think. I had to explain to some of the homies, and they got it later, that there's only been one generation of West Coast hip-hop before us. Only one.
Yeah.
And that was the Eazy's, the Snoops, the Dre's, the Quiks, and they were getting fucked in all of their deals.
Right.
They didn't have control of their masters. They were only doing what they were taught.
Hey, let's stop the interview real quick to tell you about our good folks at King Palm. That's right, man. Shout out to King Palm. We're talking about nothing but that organic, all right? That natural, them leaves, all right? There's no tobacco involved, and they're so smooth when you smoke in them. I love King Palm. It's the only thing I'm smoking out of. Now, if you go to your local liquor store, you go to your local smoke shop, you can get King Palms. Of course, 7-Eleven's got the King Palms, and they have so many crazy flavors. Like, shout out to Sugar Sean, who's from Phoenix, Arizona, my hometown. He's got his own flavor. They just sent us these. Now, what's dope about King Palm is that they have the terpene-infused flavors. So at the end of the tip of these pre-rolls, right, you get the leaf, you squeeze the tip, that's what she said, and then you just get a burst of flavor. This is that honey mango, all right? Now, this is the most important part. This is absolutely natural, tobacco-free leaves. The cleanest way to smoke. All right, trust me when I say it, man. We love King Palm over here. So many flavors. I mean, shout out to the grape. Shout out to the honey mango. Shout out to the sugar punch right here. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you go to kingpalm.com right now, you can get hooked up with everything you need at 50% off if you use the promo code BOOTLEG or BOOTLEG Kev. Try either one of those. I forget which one it is. It's BOOTLEG or it's BOOTLEG Kev. You know what? The correct promo code will be down below. Use the one that's down here, kingpalm.com. Get 50% off right now. Shout out to King Palm. Also, want to shout out to our good folks at Blue Chew, baby. Shout out to Blue Chew. Now, this is what's going on with Blue Chew, man. Everybody keeps asking me, does Blue Chew work? Yes, it works, but don't take my word for it. You're going to get a month for free when you go to bluechew.com and you use the promo code BOOTLEG. A month for free. Now, what is Blue Chew? Fellas, if you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, fellas, if your dick is not getting as hard as you'd like it to, maybe for your wife. Oh, I don't know. Listen, all you got to do is go to bluechew.com. It has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but it's getting delivered to you in a chewable form right to your door in discreet packaging, and you do not have to go into a doctor's office to get Blue Chew. You go to bluechew.com, you use the promo code BOOTLEG, you get a month's supply delivered to your door. Discreetly, of course. Discreetly. No doctor's appointments. No going in, leaving your house and sitting in a lobby and waiting for some, lady to call you in so you could tell her how your cock's not working properly. It happens, fellas, all right? Bluechew.com, take my word for it. Also, take their word for it because they're going to give you a month's supply for free, just $5 shipping, bluechew.com, promo code BOOTLEG. Let's get back to the interview. Shit, low-key, the only guys on the West Coast that really had, their shit together was probably, 40?
40. 40 and Too Short.
Yeah, the jive shit, because they just had distro.
And that's because they were up top. Yeah. And they were looking like, hold on, that don't make no sense. They were watching Easy instead of watching the stars. They were watching the guy that was running the play. Uh-huh. So you can't expect somebody who has never led to show you how to lead.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They didn't know that they can go be independent and get their own bag. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, Dog was 19, 20 when he got his deal?
Right.
Like, these were all kids. So to expect them to come and usher us in because we think we're good, man, get the fuck out of here. That's not how this go. That's not how this go.
Yeah, and I also think like at the time, like, you know, a lot of those guys, like, who knows what Ice Cube was fucking shooting? Like, you know, I think sometimes when
Glasses used to be taking shots at Ice Cube all the time, and he'll swear to God he's not, but I'm here to say he does. He was all the time.
But look at if you really think about it, it's like people who look at like certain DJs or whatever, it's like, bro, like at the end of the day, like there are artists who I think nowadays realize like, hey, maybe there's some sort of responsibility to try to pull up some of the new generation. But man, back then the internet wasn't as lit. There was no Instagram. There was just MySpace. And like, dude, if you're Ice Cube, how many movies are you fucking shooting? And how many random mixtapes in a fucking slim jewel CD case are you running through to fucking see what's going on in LA?
It's just a different era of just man, though. Like back then, it was like you have to work hard for your opportunities. We're not gonna just give you anything. That was
because it really was like the generation you're talking about, and then the face commercially worldwide for 5 years was the game.
We're technically, like, he's the bridge between the first generation and the second generation of the West Coast.
Is the game.
He's the bridge, because
Chuck, yes.
He was in 05 when nothing was shaking brand new from here.
Yep.
Do you get what I'm saying? Then we came and we ushered in a whole new look of what Los Angeles looked like, because, again, before, I'll say, like, Teach Me How to Dougie, You're a Jerk, and records like Tooted and Booted, I'm Fucked Up. Everything else was gangbang shit. And if it didn't gangbang, it wasn't getting the looks.
For sure.
We ushered in a whole new situation. It was the party. And then the TDE guys came. And then Dom came. And then Nipsey came. And then everybody kind of came with their own. Tyler, the creator, they came. Everybody just came. And then it was like, all right, we all standing together. So we became the second generation, and we all started our own companies.
Right.
Very different. Very different thing. Like, we wasn't looking to be signed.
And also there was the blog era, which was...
The blog era was huge in that. So we are far more giving because it's like, all right, we realize that it's more opportunity if all of us are successful.
Right.
The first half was like, you got to be the king, you got to be the best. It's only one king.
Face of the West type shit. Yeah.
We're like, it's Kings with a Z.
Right.
And we gonna all do like this. But we all know that, you know, TDE, they got it. They're the helm. They're probably the biggest label ever in West Coast history with the longest run.
Yeah, I mean with the longest run for sure.
No, they're the biggest ever though.
No, for sure. I mean, yeah.
I know what you own because we older, but
it's just Death Row. It's like
Death Row had a 4-year run.
No, for sure. It was short.
We got
it was
stop
sweet.
in.
But I got fucking 16-year-old kids that go to my kids' school wearing Death Row t-shirts.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because Snoop Dogg is one of the most influential faces of all time.
And now he owns
Tupac.
Death Row.
Fire. But look what he's doing now, though. He's now like, okay, I'm gonna make Death Row diapers. I'm gonna make Death Row cups. I'm making Death Row. So he took what he saw with how Master P did his thing and everything, and he's gonna apply it. He got Corrupt getting the bag, Daz getting the bag. I think Danny Boy dropping the project.
Crazy.
So he's doing it the way that he saw, like us do our thing.
Could get a new Lady Rage album. That'd be hard.
I think they working on something too. That's crazy that you bit on the TDE thing. I want to ask you about that. Why do you think that it's not the biggest?
I just think of Death Row and like Tupac and Snoop. Because we talked about the most famous rapper ever. Okay, think about it. From The Chronic, which is quite possibly the most important album to ever come out of the West Coast, even though I think Doggy Style is personally, but The Chronic is The Chronic, right? It's kind of like what kicked off this whole like Snoop, Tupac, Death Row era. I just think if you think of Dr. Dre, even though he only put one album out with Death Row, Snoop, 2 albums, and then Tupac was 2 albums. I just think those 3 are like...
But how old are you when these dropped? So
I was born in 87.
So
I was 5, 6 when I was.
So of course, I mean, shit, bubblegum and candy is the biggest thing on earth for you too at that time.
No. I think if you look at TDE now, like obviously you got fucking Kendrick, you got SZA, you got Q, you got fucking J-Rock, you got the whole. I don't disagree, but I just think if we're talking about like
they're on their 20th year, bro.
Tupac, Snoop. If you like, you just said Tupac had a 7-year career, right?
No, he had a 7-year career.
Right, you were like, he had a 7-year career. Look what he did. Right. To me, even though Death Row only had like that run, what they did in the run was like, it's just.
because of the mess.
But also,
We're infatuated with the mess. I'm not here to tear down Death Row. Let's stop here. I'm saying we have to recognize that there is a company right now.
No.
Right now, like today, like we're going to today, that has two of the biggest artists in music.
For sure.
Like today, though.
From LA.
Like today, though.
And
like
they also,
this actual day.
100%.
And they've had them the whole time.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
So you got to give them that shit.
It's close.
No, it ain't.
I think it's close.
It's really not close.
No.
Nobody died.
I think TD's a better company.
No, it's the biggest. It's the biggest label to come out of the West Coast in history.
I think you're right, but I'm just thinking if we're talking about like
the numbers say that I'm extremely right.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it is a discussion.
We're having a discussion.
It's a discussion,
but it's one that needs to be had because
it's either Death Row or TDE.
No, it's TDE. But it's TDE. It has to be, bro. Like
okay.
It has to. Okay, you're a LeBron fan.
I am.
Right?
I got a toy of him right there.
Got you.
Yeah.
So let's say who had a good 7-year run in hoops?
Brandon Roy.
Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put him against LeBron?
No.
Right.
No, but it's different.
It's not.
If in those 4 years,
LeBron right now is still all NBA player right now.
No, but if Brandon Roy in 4 years won 4 championships and had 4 MVPs or something, you'd be like, fuck, man. Like think of Bill Walton. Like remember when Bill Walton was on the Blazers? Well, I don't remember, neither do you, because fuck. Right. But Brian's 59. He was there.
Definitely remembers.
But it's like Bill Walton, they always say was like the best player in the world, and then he got injured. But when he was active for those like 2 or 3 years, he took the
They only do that for the white niggas. Listen, it don't work like that. Okay, this is what we got. We got to stop. We got to stop.
All right, so it's TDE.
It's TDE, then it's Death Row.
But it's close.
It's not though. It's close in our hearts. Impact for sure because we're young.
Impact, it's more.
Impact, yeah.
Death Row's got more impact. I think it's the most impactful label ever.
But it's 50% talent, 50% dirt.
Yeah, but fucking The Chronic,
bro.
All Eyes on Me.
I'm not saying
Doggy
those records.
Style.
Listen, those are amazing records. Like I'm talking about. We're not saying that that's not true. But they're more known for who got shot and who's in jail.
I don't know if come on. I don't know if that's true.
Kev, come on, man.
When I think of Death Row, I just think
that's why you got that grin because it's making sense to you. Just listen to me. I'm telling you,
Doggy Style.
Doggy Style is one of my favorite albums ever. Okay, let me ask you this. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to sit there and debate that anybody on TDE make a better album than Doggy Style.
Well, I think Doggy.
So now that's a conversation where you might have some leeway.
Do you think Doggy Style's? Where do you rank it? How about this? Where's your favorite West Coast album? Like, what's number one for you? Because to me, it's Doggy Style, and then it's probably Good Kid, Mad City after that, or 2001.
It's so tough with that question for me because, like, I'm a Safe and Sound guy.
Shout out to Safe and Sound.
Safe and Sound.
Best Quik album for sure.
I'm talking about, like, from the beginning to the end. Like, I don't touch nothing. Doggy Style is probably it, though. I would have to say Doggy Style.
Doggy Style.
But I'm going to tell you the one we don't talk about.
Death Certificate's great.
Definitely great, but that's a certain ear you need for that.
Yes.
But are we counting Machiavelli? Am I counting?
No.
Okay. So we gotta go. Dr. Dre 2001. It's never.
I put 2001 over the first Chronic personally, but maybe it's just because of my age. But I put 2001 over the OG Chronic.
Now that's crazy.
Well, you just said it.
No, I said we got to put it in the conversation.
Of course.
Never said it was.
I put it over the Chronic. Me, but it's because I was like, I bought the 2001.
I can see that though.
Like that.
I mean, you know what? We got to do that one day. I'm gonna play ball.
It's an age thing. No, listen, and I'm gonna tell you this: 2001 aged better than the Chronic. Listen to them back to back, and tell me it didn't age better. It definitely aged better.
Let's revisit this. We'll revisit this. I'm with revisiting this.
Yeah, it's close, but I think I give it to 2001. But I think Doggy Style is just.
What's your favorite rap album? Period, though.
It's always changing, but I have like a 3 or 4 rotation of Doggy Style, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Illmatic, or Get Rich or Die Trying. Also, Outkast Aqueminize in there.
I got 2.
Those are my 5.
I got Marshall Mathers LP.
Sure. Yeah, that's not my favorite M album is Eminem Show.
That's Marshall Mathers LP is numero uno, and then we can go Get Rich Die Trying. I'm talking about things that I like have to listen to even now as I'm riding around.
I love it. I mean, listen. Yeah.
The Black Album. Has to be in that conversation for me.
Who were we just talking to? We were talking to somebody about the Black Album. I said somehow when we talk about Jay's best album, my favorite's Reasonable Doubt. But I feel like on any given day, it's either Reasonable Doubt, The Blueprint, or the Black Album. And I feel like the Black Album don't get enough love when we're talking about.
Black Album is insanity.
It's fucking perfect. And DJ Quik had a beat on there. Justify My Thug,
bro. It's insanity. Yeah. No.
Yeah. The Black Album.
I wonder what people are gonna say. I mean, everybody's gonna have their opinions.
So you and DJ Quik.
Yeah. He's right here.
The invisible
up,
DJ
Quik?
Quik. Yes.
He's sitting right here. He sleep.
You said I went to your dinner the other day, and you had said on the mic that he was going to retire.
Yeah,
and you talked him out of retiring.
I don't know if I talked him out of it. What happened was I do this thing called Hell Week where I just record whatever ideas I have. I got to do at least 3 to 4 ideas a day before I leave the studio.
Okay.
So we end up getting on the FaceTime. He's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Recording." He's like, "Man, I just bought a house. When you see it?" I'm like, "I'll pull up." So I packed my shit up and I bring it with me. So I go over there. And I'm just looking at the spot. I'm like, "Man, you got a vibe in here." He's like, "What was you doing? You got your shit with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me set up right here. Let's do a song." So I set up in his living room. We did a record. And he was like, "Yeah, man, that's dope." And he's like, "Come back tomorrow." And then we did another one. Now he's complaining. "Man, why are we even doing this shit? Music don't even make no money no more. Man, I'm gonna get this money, man. I'm not doing none of this shit." I'm like, "All right." But he's hearing the songs. He's like, "Man, let me get on that one." Now, every day, we at day 5 now. I come back now, it's extra equipment sitting next to my equipment. He's like, "Yeah, I thought you might have needed a better mic, better compressor." We do a couple more songs next day. His keyboard's up. He's like, "Yeah, man, I heard the one thing. I might want to put that on there." Next day, now it's trumpets, drums, shit. Now his whole living room has now become this massive studio that he's just been piecing together.
Right.
And then we looked up, I called Jay Worthy.
Shout out to Jay Worthy, executive producer, right?
He A&R'd it.
Yeah,
he came
Shout out to
in.
Jay.
He actually asked for an opportunity to A&R. He said, "I've been doing this for a lot of artists and nobody really gave me the credit for it."
Right.
And I'm like, "Well, shit, what is it that you do? I know you just from rapping and you my homie." He's like, "I'm gonna show you."
He's got his fingerprints on a lot of shit people don't know
he
about.
turned it up, man. We was getting verses out of nowhere, just coming in out of nowhere, just coming out of nowhere. People that was just excited to be a part of the project. So as that's happening, Quik's getting more excited. Now I'm coming back and he has verses on records that didn't have verses on it. He's waking up out of his sleep like, "Yeah, man, check that out." We look up, we recorded 42 songs.
Jesus.
I said, "All right, we got a couple of albums here." So he was like, "Well, what you gonna do?" I said, "Let me go figure something out." I took the best 17 that I liked for this first play.
So you guys are gonna do more than one?
Well, I didn't say that yet.
Well,
let's stay here right now. But
Chupacabra 2 on the way.
it went from, "Oh, damn, we got to get one out first." But it went
June
from,
14th.
It went from that to, "Man, I got a record deal."
Right.
"Oh, shit, we got brand collabs. Oh, we're doing this shit for Kevin Hart.
Right.
Oh, we got to go do somebody else's album." And yeah, he couldn't retire.
It's crazy because, I don't think, I lived in Florida for about 2.5 years. And while I was living in Florida, I would listen to some DJ Quik-ish, shit like some real classic West Coast certain shit. And some of my homies would be like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "You don't know this?"
Right.
I think it has to be said that DJ Quik might be the greatest producer / rapper of all time.
I'm with that.
And in that conversation, obviously, is Kanye West. In that conversation, obviously, is, Dr. Dre, obviously.
Right.
But Quik is in the conversation. If not, if we're, like you said, Quik is if we go back and bro, this fool, came out, he has one of the craziest, most scathing diss records ever.
He checks all the boxes.
He checks all the boxes as an MC. He's got classics. And as a producer.
And genre hopping.
He's
hopped around a lot of genres.
And he might be the most underrated artist ever in hip hop. It's like him, it's Black Thought. It's there's a few guys, but Quik is nationally, bro, when I was in Florida and I was listening to fucking Safe and Sound and my boys had no idea what the fuck it was. I was like,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So I think there's still a huge part of the country that doesn't appreciate DJ Quik the way I feel like we all should. He's done the band shit. I
really think it's shit.
I knew that was gonna happen. I saw it slipping off.
Let's put it right there.
Yeah.
I think it's on us to change that narrative. Maybe we just stop using words like underrated and stop using those type of words and just really switch it, because I think it's all in what we saying. Because if you ask the who's, like
They know
they are. He's a Chupacabra, man.
For sure.
He's the guy you call to get everything together. Still to this day, and when I say like the highest end musicians respect his ear, it's a whole different class of things. That was a big deal for me with this project. I was able to produce this project,
right,
and was to like really try to highlight his strong points and what y'all really need to see on what he is and what he's gonna continue to be, at least for me. I mean, I'm not rapping if it's not for Quik and Snoop. Right. You know what I'm saying? But Quik especially, with me being from Compton, us having like the similar style of going the party way with some street edge, genre hopping, the underrated word, all of that. I look at him and say, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just band up together and just take on everybody, man, and just see what happens.
And tons of dope features on the album.
Yeah.
Thundercat's got some production on here, right?
Yeah, he got 2 on there.
I went up and shook his hand with all his rings at your dinner.
Compton, another guy from
I was
Compton.
like, hey, man, you're a fucking legend. I just want to say hello.
Yeah, we went and grabbed all genres of Compton. Thundercat, Channel Trez, both Compton guys that I think the city needs to really embrace as well.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, just understand, like, you know what I'm saying, like the Steve Lacy's. It's a lot coming out of the city that doesn't get highlighted just because it didn't choose to, like, pick a rag.
Gotta stop the interview to tell you about our good folks at Odd Socks, baby! Yeah! Shout out to Odd Socks. Now, this is what I love about Odd Socks. One, they're family. We love them. But also, they have the most comfortable socks in the fucking world, all right? Now, look, they got the craziest licenses. You see the Jolly Rancher. These are actually fly as fuck. Some Doritos socks. They got the WWE license, which is just my absolute favorite. And then, personally, my favorite is the Odd Socks Basics. Now, these are just the basic socks. Now, these are in my bag, because I'm taking these. I love these Odd Socks Basics. These are literally the most comfortable socks in the world. All right, these are just the plain guys, all right? Also, they got the Scarface. They got the Godfather. And they have underwear. What are we talking about? What are these? 2XL Reese's Pieces. You know, if somebody was going to wear some Reese's underwear, I'd assume they'd be a 2X on the size. You know, shout out to the Ghostbusters. Look, so much going on at Odd Socks. What you got to do is go to oddsocksofficial.com, use that promo code BOOTLEG, and you will save 20% off at checkout, all right? It don't matter what you're into. They got all the licenses, Coca-Cola. You could be a Pepsi guy instead. They got both. You know what I'm saying? You're into maybe some anime. They got all the anime licenses. They got Naruto. They also got, they just rolled out the new Power Rangers, Transformers, all that. oddsocksofficial.com. Use the promo code BOOTLEG. Save 20% off right now. Oh, my goodness. Let me tell you something. The best part about MyBookie is not only is it the best sports book, period. I mean, look, we're in the middle of baseball season, and baseball season is big money season. If you are a gambler, you know baseball is where you get the shmoney, all right? Not only that, but they got the full-fledged casino going on, all right? I'm telling you, last night I'm on MyBookie. I'm playing roulette with a lady. I'm looking at the lady. She's on video. She's rolling the wheel. It's a movie, all right? They got blackjack. They got whatever you're into. Blackjack, craps, man, all kinds of slots. Some of these slot games are so fun, all right? Listen, everything you want, all on one site, mybookie.ag. This is the best part. When you sign up with our promo code BOOTLEG, not only do you help us out, but you help yourself out because you're going to get that first deposit bonus. Money to gamble with immediately, free, once you sign up, mybookie.ag. Use the promo code BOOTLEG. Get the first deposit bonus right now. Let's get back into the interview. Yeah, I think like, you know, that's kind of, there, especially the last decade, I feel like you said, like Tyler's Tyler, but people don't give him the LA credit.
You got to.
Because he's not, people like nationally associate LA with the gangbang and shit.
Right.
So it's like, and even like Kendrick, who isn't necessarily involved in that life, like would narrated that, like what it was like his first album that, obviously not his first album, but his first album nationally was
Right.
Good Kid, Mad City. And it was very much like a perspective of a kid who grew up witnessing all of this shit, as to where like Tyler, like, and Earl and those guys,
I think
they took their own
Dot
angle.
visually always let you know that
For sure.
what he's been surrounded by.
Yeah, and like he fucking came up with J-Rock and TDE, and you know.
No, he's really from over there though.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
we're from the exact same area in
Right.
Compton, and I used to see him at the corner doing his thing, across the street doing his thing. Like we're like that. We're like blocks away from each other. So that's a very authentic story. He's really from over there. So it's different. It's different than like where like a buddy where they don't want to try to say he's from Compton either just because he didn't pick a rag. I think we just gotta.
Shout out to Buddy. Buddy's incredible.
Yeah, it's a lot of incredible art coming out of the city, and I thought it was like very important. Like for me, Channel Trez was a personal thing for me to get with Quik, because once you meet Channel and you know Quik, you know they're gonna hit it off because they're the same guy. Production, raps, DJ, eccentric, their own wave. They don't care what nobody else is doing. They go at their own speed. And just putting those energies together is important. A lot of like energy clashes was going down on this project.
Who all is on the what? Because you mentioned obviously Jay Worthy helping with some of the A&R. What features are on the album?
We got Game, we got Sugar Free, we got Currency, we got Bun B, Lil Jon, Meet the Whoops, Dom Kennedy, Thundercat, Channel Trez, George Clinton,
Jesus,
the Free Nationals, D Blake, which is Quik's son. CeeLo, Gwen Bunn, Shiro, K Tronada, Barney Bones, Absol.
Wow.
And Larry June. Oh, that's dropping tonight.
Larry?
Yeah, Larry June and Quik and Jay Worthy. We're dropping Gerbs and Youngs tonight.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, Rodney O as well too. I don't think I'm missing. Oh, DJ Drama.
Well, 17 tracks.
Yeah.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I think we're gonna be in album of the year conversation. I want to at least. Shit.
So if you did
fucking
42 songs, what happens to the other ones? That's a lot of songs to just leave on a hard drive.
I mean, it's all real estate to me at this point.
So
who wants to invest in the next building we're about to start selling? I mean, it's all up for discussion. Right now, I'll say this, man. Between 50 Million, Mad Scientist, and Empire, this first one is coming out really, really dope.
are you guys? I know you had talked about doing some touring stuff. Talk about the tour stuff that's coming up? Live shows.
Quik is about to go to Canada with Snoop and Warren G. I'm probably gonna sneak through and be on a few of those dates. Yes.
Shout out to Warren G, man.
Shout out to
Barbecue
G-Dub.
fucking OG.
You know what I mean?
He's killing it with the barbecue.
Going crazy. I can't wait to get into that energy. And then me and Quik are probably gonna go.
You guys got to do a little run, man.
We probably not do a run because that's like hard touring. We maybe do like some dope spot dates.
That's what I mean, like fucking 5, 6.
Yeah,
you know?
but like not like bang, 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 bang. Like nah, we gon'
You got to do the Novo,
we gon' fly
Palladium
around.
or something.
We gonna do it. We may take a couple of the Chupacabras with us though.
Got to do the Bay.
Definitely gotta do the Bay.
Got to do Vegas.
We gotta do New York.
Got to do New York. Maybe Atlanta.
Gotta do Atlanta. I want to do Chicago.
Maybe Phoenix.
I hear he has a huge step. What's that Chicago song y'all said y'all step to out there?
Step in the Name of Love by the Robert Kelly.
They got Burnum. I don't know the name of that joint, but I hear it's like going crazy in Chicago.
Are you able to separate the art from the artist?
With other people?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to, because if I couldn't listen to nobody music if
For sure.
because I know too much about these weirdos.
I just like
It's like I wouldn't hear shit. I literally would not be able to turn on music.
I just can't envision my
crazy.
life without listening to Robert Kelly once a week at least.
Hey man, I mean shit. If you,
Greatest R&B singer of all time. Now,
if you listen to-
absolute steaming pile of dog shit. Terrible human being, deserves to be
I
in
mean,
prison.
do you still watch 2.5 Men?
Yeah. No, I never watched 2.5
I'm
Men.
saying it's still on
Trash.
TV, and that
Terrible
guy
show.
was running around with HIV having sex with women. And nobody says anything.
And then Kramer from Seinfeld dropped the N-bomb on stage. Seinfeld's still on TV.
I ain't tripping off that. I'm more so you are sticking your dirty dick in people and not telling them that you have HIV, and his show is still on television.
Yeah.
I'm not here to say Mr. Kelly should be exonerated from what he
No, he shouldn't be, but you can enjoy the art.
If we start stripping away the art from these guys and their
We won't have
fun,
much more music
we
to
ain't
listen
gonna have
to.
shit to listen to.
For sure. And that's not just like hip hop, it's rock. That's like, if you go through everything, it's like, fuck, motherfuckers.
Movies, we can go film, we
TV
can go
shows.
basketball, football, we can go everywhere.
All of it. Yeah. It's not like Patriots fans want to give back the fucking ring that Aaron Hernandez helped them win.
They've never said that.
Yeah, no.
They should though. How about that? The fuck? Yeah, how about that?
Yo, you're tight with DeMar. Obviously, he's on the Bulls. Well, he's a free agent now, but
yeah.
Obviously, you're a Laker fan.
Yeah.
If you're not rooting for the Lakers, you're rooting for whatever team he's on.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm that type of guy.
I respect.
And if they're playing against my team, I'm rooting for my friend.
I respect that.
I have to, because like nobody on the Lakers is my friend. It's like, let's be for real here. Like at the end of the day, like it's that's my friend. Like I really consider him as a family member. You know.
Have you ever tried to like convince him to join the Lakers?
Well, I did convince him to join the Lakers. He was just about to sign the deal, and we're having to be sitting in his house, and ESPN flashes by the Lakers trade for Russell Westbrook. We was like looking like, what the fuck just happened? He called me, pulled over. He's like, I'm coming home. Because I was on him for like 3 years. Like, bro, what the fuck? Just come home. We can run this shit up. Woo, woo. He had structured the deal. He was getting ready to sign it. And we was literally like this. Like, he got on the phone with his agent. He had to find another team. And the Bulls called.
What the?
He was going to be a Laker that summer. Well, he already did. The deal was done.
What?
So
Pelinka's
I don't know who's the bitch and who's what and who's that. I'm just telling you the story that I know that I was sitting there. So we're here now, though. We're back. It's another free agent.
And shout out to Russ, great guy.
No, it's
LA
not.
legend.
No, and they're cool, but we're just telling you this was how it went. What? So I had convinced him finally. So now we're here, though. He's older in his career.
Oh, Paul George is about to leave the Clippers.
I don't know if he'll play for the Clippers.
Get him in that Intuit Center, or whatever the fuck they're calling it over there.
I don't know if he'll play for the Clippers. Are the Lakers a possibility right now? From what I hear, yes. Where do I want him to go?
The Suns on a veteran minimum.
No. I want him to either go to San Antonio or Denver.
Well, I mean, he already played in San Antonio. He already played for Pop, and he had a great.
I want him to go to either San Antonio or Denver. I want him to go play with a big man,
Wemby,
and a guard.
Well, he thrived under Pop.
And he thrived under Pop. He may be bored as fuck.
Right.
But we just talking about hoops and hoops. That's where I want him to go. Do I want him on the Lakers for my own, like, fandom? Yeah. Do I want him to have to deal with the bullshit of that team?
It's a lot.
Fuck no, because he going to fire on somebody. He going to sock somebody up. It's not going to be all this peachy shit. You ain't just going to tell him.
Just tell him to go play for the Clippers.
Oh, I don't have any control. Tell him it's kind of crazy. I can just I can influence. I can say what I think.
Hey, the Clippers need the Clippers. You know what's crazy? When I first moved to LA, because I moved out here. Well, listen, I moved here in 2017, and I moved here as someone who hated the Lakers. My whole life, I've hated the Lakers. I'm a Suns fan, but also LeBron's my favorite player.
Right.
So when LeBron went to the Lakers,
you had to come on.
I had to, because the Suns were terrible.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I'm rooting for when the Lakers won the bubble chip. I was very excited for them. The Suns were on the come up.
Right.
I'm like, cool. LeBron got his chip. But I somehow I've inherited hating the Clippers so much, and it was because Kawhi's bitch ass. Shout out to Kawhi. He led the Lakers on. He led my man LeBron on all the way to the fucking end of that offseason. And then all the free agents were gone. And then he picked the Clippers. Yeah. I said, man, fuck the Clippers, bruh.
That's what happened.
And shout out to Kawhi. Kawhi's incredible.
Listen, the Clippers are going to clip. Hopefully one day something great happens for them. But it's not going to be while I'm sitting here. I say San Antonio, Denver. Now I'm even thinking I like the Warriors for sure, too. I want him
Clay's
to go.
Out of there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Him and Draymond are super close.
Yeah.
I want him to be closer to the house.
Phoenix.
Only reason I don't say Phoenix.
We just got to get Bradley Beal the fuck up out of there.
Nah, Bradley's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Married guy, very nice guy.
I'm talking about like temperament. Like the temperament of players you guys have, there's nobody that's going to be able to take the edge that he talks to behind the camera.
You started trying to say Katie's a little sensitive.
I didn't say he was sensitive. I'm just telling you.
You're a little sensitive.
I'm telling you there's a dog in DeMar.
Right. We'd be the mid. I said this the other night. We'd be the mid rangers.
Right. It's a dog in there though. Like he's not gonna publicly do anything to his teammates, anything. But he don't fuck around with that losing. He don't fuck around with all that pussyfooting around. He takes his job very seriously.
Well, shout out to him for not knocking out Zach LaVine yet. Anyway.
No, man, Zach's cool, man. They was number one in the fucking East before all them boys got injured, man.
Yeah, when Lonzo got hurt. Yeah, when Lonzo got hurt. Yeah, and then they got Vucevic and
man,
Caruso.
I wish the Bulls would get it together because I love Chicago.
They're not gonna get it together.
I think they can though.
Yeah, Kobe White's fucking.
He's fired.
Balling.
Zoe's coming back. They get the right big there, man. I'm with staying. I'm gonna be for real. I think that's still the best place for him. But if he leaves, I want.
They could take Nurkic, and we'll take Caruso.
Well, yeah,
Nurkic for Caruso trade works.
I'm not gonna say who trades where. Again, I'm just telling you where I want my friend to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? I've developed some personal.
Shout out to DeRozan, man.
Yeah.
Fucking one of the greats.
Yeah. HOF. Watch.
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Played the most minutes in the league last year.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And like you said, that season when they were like, he was like in the MVP conversation when they were the one seed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember, yeah. I had him on my fantasy team. Which is like weird because I play fantasy basketball and then I meet these guys. I'm like, hey.
They don't give a fuck about
They don't give a fuck.
They care less about your fucking wagers, all of that shit. They actually, if they hear the wager, they might do some shit to like fuck it off.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you gamble on sports?
I don't gamble.
That's good. Did you ever gamble?
I like shoot dice with the homies because I'm bored or something. Or if I go
Craps
to Vegas,
is the best.
Yeah, I go to Vegas and I have a $200 limit for the weekend.
Oh, that's not bad.
For the weekend though,
Craps
not for the day.
See, I love playing craps, but man, you play craps, you win quick, you lose quick. It's like one or the other. It's, you're up or you're down quick. Fuck all that.
I don't fuck with that. Unless we playing Tunk, something I know I'm gonna win on for sure. No, I'm not gambling.
Is there anything, obviously, for people who don't know, I know we already talked, June 14th, the album comes out.
Yeah, June 14th. June 6th, I have a show at the Vermont. It'll be the last stop on the Problem versus Jason tour. It's going to be fucking crazy.
So that's going to be, I'm sure, it's home turf. That's going to be fucking,
Yeah.
the who's who.
Nah, I've been, you know what? All my shows, I usually bring out 100 motherfuckers.
You got to bring out Quik.
Well, Quik is going to be in Canada.
Oh, well, never mind. You got to bring out.
Actually,
you got to bring out the same Quik who's here today.
Well, I'll have him there for
The
sure.
invisible one.
Yeah,
he'll be there.
I'll have him there, man.
He'll be there in spirit,
Listen,
just like he is during this interview.
I will say this, man. I will say Quik is supposed to be here, but I know why he's not. Shout out to Snoop.
Long night last night.
You guys have a fucking amazing establishment, and you guys treated us great, man. Make sure y'all go to the Players Club downtown.
I know you also said you just been working. I'm assuming after Chupacabra, it's not like you're slowing down because you've made people wait for a while for music in certain points in time.
Oh no! Oh yeah, the foot is on the gas. What I don't know is what's coming out next because I'm really focused on this project. I'm gauging it off of this. I'm in Chupacabra world right now. But my other good friend, Wiz Khalifa, is dropping Cushion Orange Juice 2. And me and Quik are heavily involved with the post-production.
Well, I think one of them...
of that. But with Wiz, it'll fuck around and drop while I'm sitting here. So I don't know when it's coming out.
Well,
but it's massive.
You and Wiz, one of the more underrated duos.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. We were just talking about that Sunday. He was like,
that
bro,
was an era on the mixtape.
He's like, bro, you got any plaques for this one and that one? I'm like, bro, I didn't even know that went that.
Yeah, hey man.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I feel like the League of Stars Problem fingerprints on some of those Wiz mixtapes were very, very.
Well, you should wait till you hear this Problem Quik, Dominique. Shout out to my boy Dominique Sanders, man. That's my core crew right now for production. Yeah, man, we got a chance to do something really special with Cushion OJ too, so I can't wait for everybody to hear it. I told Wiz, you a dangerous motherfucker calling it this, though.
That's a brave move.
He just smiles like, I know.
He's like,
yeah, that shit fire, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
I can't wait to hear
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. So, Chupacabra, Cushion OJ 2, and then Comptown P is coming.
There it is, man. Jason Martin, the new album, the 14th.
Chupacabra, DJ Quik, Jason Martin.
Don't be afraid to pre-order it too, pussies.
Well, yeah, you can actually go buy you can order the vinyl now.
Get the vinyl.
We dropped some cassettes and Walkman, with an actual Walkman.
Oh, so you could.
Yeah,
Jay, you're not a part of the fucking interview, Brian. Shut the fuck
Brian,
up.
you are. Brian pushed my first fucking records. No, I'm fucked up without him.
Jeez.
So I'm not even sitting here if he's not here.
You pushed I'm fucked up? Wow.
Put his hands up. Except that.
Shout out to Brian, the 59-year-old.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have a Walkman tape cassette combo you can grab, and then we did the collab with Born and Raised.
Right.
You guys, those will be available online, I want to say the week of the album.
Fire.
We got a couple other things.
Damn, I ain't seen a Walkman in a minute.
Yeah, it's fire. They're actually going to be sending me mine.
I have a tape. Shout out to Belly.
Yeah.
Mumble rap on
They're
tape.
actually sending me mine. I designed them, but I haven't actually seen them yet, so I'm supposed to have mine like in the next couple of days.
I like it. You know what? That's what people got to realize. Like, those are the anybody can stream the album, but you want to have like a little thing, like a collector, like a way to support that's also cool. You know what I mean?
And the cassette album will be different than the DSP.
There'll be different versions of songs.
Yep.
Ooh, because of certain things you don't have to be worried about.
It's just the album you can just always add new people whenever you feel like it with DSPs.
Right.
Like you may just hear another voice on one of the records that's out right now.
Because it couldn't get cleared for DSPs?
Or I just probably got the verse yesterday. Or I just probably got it then. So I'll be updating the Chupacabra album probably as you guys
up until the point it drops.
So the ones who have the physicals, you guys have the first idea.
And then, because you can update it all the way up until the day it drops, technically.
I can update it
a week after it drops.
I can actually update it when it drops. You guys listen to it, and then you click it. It may be...
Like, wait, this shit is different.
Right.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
There it is, man.
So stay tuned.
June 14th, go support the album. Appreciate you pulling up, brother.
Man, thank you.
Sir.
And guess what? For you, I'm going to have you pull up to Quik house, and then we'll just have our own moment.
Let's do it.
He just texted me. I just saw it. He did just wake up. He definitely just had the longest night. He said to apologize to you for this.
No, it's all good.
We're going to make this shit up.
I saw Quik the other day. He remembered me. I interviewed him once backstage at a dub show. I was like, yeah, you're fucking that guy, bro. I love Quik, man. Shout out to Quik.
You already know, man. Thanks for
Jason
having
Martin,
me,
appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir. There it is. Boom!
Oh, H2O.
Oh, yeah, he's selling
H2O.
It's
H2O,
CBD water. There's no Molly in it.
We're in over 57-Elevens. We're going for major distribution real soon.
You show the label. The labels, you got to show the label. No, show it to the fucking...
Oh, I don't know where it's at. Oh, it's a bunch of them. Right. H2O. It's perfect. It's great. And it's very price efficient. $1.99.
$1.99.
Come on.
There it is. Hey, this interview is brought to you by our good folks at Hardin, all right? Shout out to the Hardin family in Las Vegas. Make sure you follow them, Hardin_Las Vegas, the #1 dispensary, period, all right? The craziest selection of premium cannabis you can ask for. Plus, when you go to HardinLasVegas.com, you can check out all the other cool stuff they got going on. You know, they got a whole weed university happening in Vegas. Hardin is where it's at, all right? So if you're in Las Vegas, you get into that taxi cab, you say, take me to Hardin, and when you get there, you tell the wonderful bud tenders that I sent you, and they're going to take care of you. Hardin_Las Vegas, go follow them. And yeah, we got another interview coming soon.